Oh, it's a beautiful morning. Wow. So lucky to be able to train dogs on a beautiful day like this. Fortunately, the ground's a little wet. And you know, when the ground's a little wet and it's Monday morning, oh man, I feel like sleeping in. Don't want to do no training today. But then when I go out, I gotta let my dogs out. And I always start with the little toy breeds, you know, the little ones. And they always remind me that Monday mornings are the best day of the week because you can get your week started right, especially with dog training. So today, oh, did you hear that? You hear the little Frenchie? Look. You hear him making the noise? It's Mighty Rat Pack Monday, guys. Good. Check out this cute little dog. Oh my God, good. He's a happy one. No, sir? No, sir? Good place. No, sir? Good job. Stay. Good job. Yes. Good. Really good. Good job. Good job. Good place. Good place, Papa. Good stay. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Good stay. Good down. Dadgummit, you're smart. Okay, so good stay. So I'm going to be teaching both of the dogs to maintain a position. Esau, my corso, he knows how to do a stay. He knows how to do a place, but I've never done it before with a pan of a kennel. What was this dog? No, sir. So he's learning that while I'm teaching these dogs how to hold a longer. No, good, stay. So this is going to let you guys see how I handle the dogs. I'm going to use a lot of body language to reposition and make them understand exactly what it is that I want from them. Good. So I'm going to praise them. Good, Esau. No, sir. Good. Stay. Now, I allow some sniffing. You know, we're not training competition animals. No, sir. Stay. Good. But if he stands up, if he raises his butt to sniff the ground, no, sir. Shh. So because he's done it 3 times already, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a little bit of pressure. One more time. Stay. Good. Stay. Now, if your dog is super sensitive like his brother is, that might be a little too much for him. This little guy, no, sir. Good. Shh. Stay. So, he's doing a great job. He's just learning to stay put despite everything else that is happening. Good, Esau. Now, this is a puppy. Esau is about 1.5 years old. The mighty Esau. And little mighty Rat Pack. Good. So now that he's held it a little bit, I'm going to go back to him, okay? No, sir. Look, I'm going to disallow that. But because he's been getting up, I'm going to keep the leash in my hands this time. So if you're teaching your dog to stay and your dog continues to get up, you need to always make sure you reinforce the fact that they weren't supposed to move by taking them back to where they were at, or as close to where they were at. But thereafter, if they make 3 mistakes, you should keep the leash in your hands so that if they get up, you can reinforce it immediately. Now because I have the leash in my hands, I have more power. So I'm gonna go out of my way to see if he'll stand up, right? But watch what I'm gonna do when he stands up. So I want him to mess up. If your dog is doing perfect training session after training session, your dog's not really growing. Listen, I can set everything up so that this dog will look so, no sir, stay. No sir. You're gonna be good, Esau. Good place, Mama. Smart. He doesn't have a leash on him. But you see how I'm handling it? What a good stay. So I'm gonna step back into him. I'm gonna pause for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna clap my hands and I'm gonna peek up. Oh my goodness! What a handsome stay! Yay! Yay! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! This one loves to be happy. Look at that. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I'll be waiting. And you're the dog that keeps me waiting. Oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, good boy, when you're with me, baby. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Look, if he doesn't sit, watch. Heel. Oh my goodness! Heel. Good, good, good. Man, this dog's doing better than I was hoping he would do. Believe it or not, guys, I'm hoping to have a little struggling today. Good, good, good. Oh my goodness, that's too much. Good stay. Yeah. So he did a lot better than I expected, believe it or not. I want the dogs to fail. Again, today, initially, I was gonna do my training session outside on the beautiful 3 acres that we have. Looks like a park. But the grass, while not too wet for a bigger dog like Esau and my bigger dogs, for the mighty, mighty rat pack, is a little bit like a swamp for them. Keep in mind, they're so short to the ground. Even a little bit of dampness on the ground just makes it uncomfortable for them. And it's one thing for me to stress them out with distractions. It's another thing for them to be physically uncomfortable, right? Good, Papa. No, sir. Good. No, sir. No, sir. Peace out. Good. Good. Good play. No, sir. No, sir. Good play. Good play. Good stuff. Hold that one, please. Good. Good. See, that was a much better training session because there was a lot going on, distractions, things happening. Hey look, it looks like Esau has a gold chain on, but it doesn't. It's drool. Look, it's a thing of drool, but it looks like a gold chain. Good, Papa. Good, Esau. Look at that, look like I got a gold chain on him. Good, Papa. Good. Good. Hey, buddy. Good. Okay. Good. So you see, every time I walk and he doesn't turn with me, I'm going to give him a little quick redirection nip. See that? Just a quick redirection nip. I'm not punishing him. I'm communicating to him that he's not paying enough attention to me. Good. Oh, look at it. Good. Sit. Good. Heel. Sit. No. Good. Good, sit. No. Good sit. Heel. Good heel. Sit. Good sit. Heel. Sit. Good sit. No. No. Good. See how I'm nipping? I'm doing it very gently, so he's not afraid of me. No. Good. Good. And then when he starts to comport, starts to do what I want to do, I praise him with the word good. Stay. Good. Look, he's a little more willful than his brother. Good. Good, good, good. Good, stay. So you see how I'm handling them a little bit differently? His brother has moved on past him. Good. In this regards. Good, good, good. Good, stay, Papa. Good. No, sir. Good. Good. And look, when he gets up, I'm sliding my leash over my thumb and going to apply pressure. So look, you see? Good. Good. When he doesn't move, I'm going to reward him with the word good. Good, 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 Papa. Good.
Oh my God, yeah, we are having the ball. You need to play. You need to learn stuff. You need to learn stuff. You need to learn a bunch of stuff.
See there, little nip. Look for my little nip. Look for my little nips. Watch for my little redirections. Look when I come to a stop if he doesn't put his butt on the ground. I'm going to apply pressure. Look, I'm going to apply pressure. He puts his feet off the ground. He takes his butt off the ground as well. Without me giving him permission, I'm going to apply pressure. Good, good, good. Look. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. So you see, sweet and neutral. Believe it or not, every time he gets up and I apply pressure, I'm being neutral, okay? Good, good, good. Good.
Oh my goodness, that was so smart, man. That was so smart, man.
Okay, now we're going to try to do a little bit like his brother. Good, Papa. Good, Esau. Esau's handsome. Good, good, good. No, sir. Good. Good. Stay. So now watch how I'm going to handle dropping the leash with him. He's going to get up, obviously. But every time, yeah? These dogs have been here a good amount of time. They're in my puppy development program, the advanced version, both of them. So they spend a little more time, a good amount of time more than the average training dog does here, which pays off major dividends. So we started off with them, off the leash with everything for the first few weeks, and now we just started going back on their on leash. Shh. Good. Responsiveness. So look, stay. When I drop the leash, I'm going to try to make it seem as if I'm not dropping it, but he's going to realize it. So every time he gets up, I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure. Yes, every time. Good. I didn't let go of my pressure there. I'm going to be steadfast. I'm going to continue my pressure until he puts his butt on the ground. So I'm teaching him how to take away not only physical pressure, but psychological pressure. Good stay, Papa. So again, believe it or not, out of both of these training sessions, he is actually benefiting more than his brother. His brother kind of did amazing through this training session. If your dog does amazing through every training session, you're not pushing them enough. Good, good. This dog, obviously, this is more than enough to keep teaching him and making him grow. So look what I'm going to do. Constant pressure, and I'm going to lean into him. Good. If my pressure on the leash isn't enough, I'm going to step in to apply a little psychological pressure. And as soon as he complies, me backing away is a reward as well. Good. Good. Stay. Good. Good, good, good. Stay. Good. What a handsome little guy. Oh my goodness. No, sir. No, Esau. Good, good. Good, good. No, sir. No, sir. Good place. No. Good. Good. Good place. So smart. So see, he's taking advantage of me. And we've never done this with him before, and not for this long, obviously. Yeah, there's a lot going on. He loves other dogs. But this is the thing, guys. I make it easy for him, then I'm just going to have to prove him later, and I don't want to prove him later. Number one, good, 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 Esau. Good place. So when he went outside and I caught him, I just started saying the word N-O very, very calmly and nodding my head in disapproval. He started looking at me. As soon as he looked at me, I said the word good to make him come in here. I started pointing in that direction. He thinks I'm asking him to go into his kennel, so he's just trying to do right. So he starts to go there. The moment his foot stepped on that black pan, I said, good place. The moment his foot stepped off the black pan, I said, no. Pointed. When he turned around, I said the word good, 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 and you kind of saw how that happened. So, what a handsome dog. Good, 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 Esau. Esau mighty. Esau mighty. Good, 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 Esau. Esau destroyed all, Esau. Good, 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 Papa. Good quiet, Ellie. Good quiet, bite. So I'm also teaching my other two corsos there, the puppy Bayek and Eliu. I didn't raise Eliu. Eliu has a good amount of behavioral issues. So she's submissive. She's got gamma mouth. Hey Oscar, do you know what gamma mouth is?
No, I don't know what gamma mouth is.
Well, Eliu, I'll give you a tip. Eliu, our corso, she got gamma mouth.
Gamma mouth.
You know what gamma mouth is?
No. I don't know what gamma mouth is.
Gamma mouth? Gamma mouth is when, you know how every time she wants, because she's submissive, every time she wants your attention, she runs up to you, and she's learned that we're not going to pay any attention to her until she gets at our heel, right? She knows that, yeah? Okay. So, but when she gets at your heel, if you don't start paying attention to her fast enough, what does she do?
She's trying to nip your hand.
She mouths at you, yeah? But how does she mouth on you? Do you feel her teeth?
Yeah, I feel her teeth. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. She be nipping, but she only nipped at me, you know, like playing it.
Yeah. So you don't feel her gums?
Yeah, I feel the gums.
Well, but yeah. But feeling, see, I never feel her teeth. She's more submissive with me then. Okay. She always, when she comes up to me and she like tries to nibble on my hand to encourage me to pet her, that's what she's trying to do. Yeah. She covers her teeth completely up with her mouth. Like a grandma.
Like a grandma. Yeah, right.
Grandma mouth.
Grandma. No.
And we're still dealing with, she used to run off her property. That dog can jump out of that pen. Well, she's gotten really, really, really good. So we're still working the little things out of her behavior, but she's doing good. Okay, this is little Leo. So, Leo is from one of our really, really good customers. Got a lot of referrals from them. Thank you guys for the referrals. We really, really appreciate it. So Leo is also in our advanced program, and I appreciate your patience, Miranda. So with little Leo, we've been doing all of this stuff off leash. Let me tell you guys something about Leo, Dexter, and Duke. Those little guys love treats. They will walk to the edge of the world. Look, he can actually in my hand, because that's all I've been doing is working him with treats. Really quickly, a thing about treats, right? When I went to the Canine Academy, I was taught that if you had to use a treat, you were worthless as a trainer. Well, and I believed it for a long time. You know, when I first started training dogs, I was like, oh my God, you can't use a treat, can't use a treat. Don't give that dog a treat. Make him live, and what if you don't have a treat on you? Well, number one, let's always be prepared. Number two, yeah? You don't want to be married or wed yourself to any one training philosophy or idea. In fact, you want to kind of keep learning. I try to keep my fingers on the pulse of the dog training community and knowledge. I like to know what's going to change, and I'm willing to accept something that may not have been the way I was taught. So like, for example, you know, I have people that call me sometimes and they say that their dog goes into the kennel every time when they toss a treat into the kennel. Good, Esau. Good, quiet, bite. Good, quiet, Eddie. But whenever they toss a treat in there, like I was saying, the dog goes in there every time, whether there's people there, company there, regardless of the circumstance. A biscuit is enough to get your dog to go into the crate. If you have a dog like that, you should consider yourself very, very, very lucky. Very lucky, right? Instead of paying us $1,200 or more for dog training, keep a box of biscuits in hand and toss it in there. Now, if your dog is good about going in the crate every time you toss a biscuit in there, except for when there's a distraction like guests, a cat, another dog, then keep watching our YouTube channel. We're going to show you how to address that, or give us a call for some dog training help. Because then your dog's not playing fair, right? Good. Man, you're taller than I remember you, Papa. Good, Leo. Oh, good. So you see, every time he goes, I'm going in the opposite direction, keeping my body low, engaged with him. Good, Leo. Good. When he walks past me, I'm not praising. Good. When he goes past me, I'm not praising, and I'm going to nip to make him good. Yeah, good, Papa. Good, Leo. Good, Leo. Good. I know. Good. Sit.
What a good sit. That was a fast, sloppy sit.
Good. Little nip. Good, Leo. Good, Papa. Good, Leo. Good, Leo. Good, Leo. See, Leo's very willful. See how he's biting at the leash? He's trying to get tangled up. He's a hot mess. Good. I'm gonna apply pressure to get him to go into the sit. Good sit. But he's not giving me an opportunity because he's smart. He's fighting me. So watch. Good sit.
Oh my goodness. What was sit? Man, that was the best sit today. That's the best sit today.
So needless to say, Leo's learning a lot more than the other two today, right?
Yeah.
But this is his first time on the leash with me. We normally just do it with trees, like little bacon and stuff, and he loves it, obviously. Good heel. So look, watch when I nip. Oh, nip, and I turn. Good heel. Then I'm lowering my leash so he can't tangle me up. But what are you trying to do? He's smart. Good. And he's stubborn. Good combination of smart and stubborn. Good. Look what I'm doing. I can do stop. Good.
Good sit. Oh my goodness.
Man, you are a hot ball of fire.
Good. Yeah. Oh, look at that happy. Look at that. He's so happy. Oh my God, he's happy. Good heel. He's happy. He's a happy one. He's happy. That made me happy. Go.
Good. Good down. What a good down. Good. That was clear. Good. Good, Leo. Good, Leo.
Good, Leo. Yay. Good.
One final sit. Good sit. Now, Leo is treating me kind of like the way he treats the dogs out in the yard. So with the rat pack, Leo is constantly grabbing them, biting them on the back of the neck, mounting them, humping them. In fact, more often than not, whenever we shoot video of Leo playing with the other dogs, we have to delete it because the whole video is just him mounting and us going over there and stopping him from mounting everybody. Look how he is. Willful, huh? He's cute.
Good sit.
Look, but he sat down when I went to go touch him. Okay, good. Again, do one more time. Let's do one more time because he's so willful. Good. Let's do one more time because he's so willful.
Good.
I'm trying to keep him on my left. Now look. Oh my goodness, what a good sit. Y'all see that? That's amazing. Look. No, sir. No, good, you good. Good place. Good. There you go, you got it. Don't get out of there. Boy, I tell you what, boy. Don't be leaving out here, boy. Okay, so, you guys just saw that right now? Like he just bolted again. So that's the second time he did it. So that means he's gonna do it a third time. So this time I'm gonna walk out and pretend like I'm gonna go put the dog up, but I'm not gonna put the dog up. I'm gonna go walk outside and wait so that I can catch him slipping. Man, he made a liar out of me. Did he know I was gonna set him up? He might have known. But I did warn him too, especially when I said, boy. See, when I say boy, they know. You can get Papa handsome. Look at you. I'm so handsome. If this dog doesn't make Esau get up, then nothing's gonna make it up. In fact, everybody, out of your seats, give it up. Everybody, out of your seats, give it up. Give it up for the beautiful, the wonderful, the bully himself, the magnificent Mookie. Hold up, hold please. Oh my goodness! All right, yay, Mookie, yay, Mookie. Okay, everybody, see. Good. Thank you. Good. So handsome, Papa. Okay, so Mookie is actually also belongs to one of my good customers. He's a French bulldog. He's a very rare French bulldog. He's a Merle. It's hard to get a little French bulldog like this. I keep wanting to say he's 4 months old, guys, but he might be closer to 9 months old. He's just little. He's cute. So, this dog's in an advanced public development program as well with his sister, and a good customer of ours for a long time already. So because of that, we've been working this dog strictly off-lead with treats like we were doing Leo, Dexter, and Duke. Now, today is the very first time on the leash and collar with me. They're gonna be going home tomorrow with their daddy for like 2-3 weeks, coming back in January for about a month. So his dad has had a dog trained from us before and knows how to handle a dog. So with him handling the dog this way, in addition to doing it with the treats like we've been doing, when he comes back, we're gonna be able to raise the level of stress and make good things happen, boy. Good. So watch what I'm gonna do. Good. Look for our walk. Look, I'm gonna nip. Oh, I'm gonna nip. Oh my goodness. Watch when I nip, guys. Good. You know, Papa. Mookie, the smartest little Frenchie. Mookie, the smartest little Frenchie. Good, Mookie. Look, when I come to a stop, good sit. He's hopping up because he's hoping that I give him a treat, and I have treats in my pocket. But because this is going to be his first non-treat training session, look what I'm doing. Good. Applying pressure every time he gets up. Is he supposed to be in front of me like that? No, he's not. But again, we're not training competition animal. Number two, I'm going to pick my battles. You know, some trainers, when they're teaching the dog to SIT and STAY and all that stuff, good. Look, he's throwing around even though I'm not applying pressure. So he's just trying, he knows how to get out of it. Good. Smart. Let go of the pressure as soon as they sit down or as soon as they sit down. Look, a lot of times, like one time I had a trainer watch one of my videos that a lot of people liked. It was a Labrador that I trained a while back. Silver Lab. That was beautiful. That was awesome. Good. Little Silver Lab, yeah? Beautiful dog. He did great. You know, when the guy came to pick him up, the guy and his whole family ran around the dog, jumped over him on a downstate without a leash and collar. I videotaped it. It was amazing. See if I can find the video so I can upload it. I posted that video up, and another local trainer commented and said that was a really sloppy stay, one of the worst stays he'd ever seen, because the dog wasn't in a perfect sit position. The dog turned his head, the dog was sniffing the ground. We put the dog in a sit state, but the dog ended up laying down. You know, after like 10 minutes of good. Good. You have a hyper dog, by the way, this is how you teach them to settle down. You put them on the leash and collar and teach them to hold a nice sit stay at your side while you're talking and doing other things. So back to what I was saying, then he posted a little video clip and said, boasting about his personal dog, who he said, you know, 4 other trainers helped him. The dog had like, I don't know, 1,000 hours of obedience training under his belt. The dog had just won a competition, and I said, congratulations, that's amazing. You know, that dog probably has some of the best genetics around, and he said yes for sure, obviously. So if you get a dog with the best genetics around, from the working line, of course, the dog's gonna have a higher likelihood of being able to outperform a lot of other dogs. You know, every kid can learn to throw a football, but not every kid's gonna be Tom Brady. Or Patrick Mahomes. Speaking of my homie, this is my homie. Good. Hey, my homie. But she was already coming down. So I was about to mess up and give him a treat, but they're supposed to be, we're in the no treat zone, guys. We're in the good shit. But you see, every time he gets up, you see what I'm doing? Look, every time he gets up, look what I'm gonna do. Every time he gets up, I'm just gonna nag him. Every time he gets up, I'm just gonna bug him until he puts his butt back on the ground. Just gonna bug him. I'm gonna out-bug him. I'm gonna, good, Papa. Oh my goodness. I didn't give him a treat there, guys. I pat him on the chin. Good. Oh my goodness. What a handsome little guy. What a handsome little boy. What a handsome little boy. What a handsome little boy. He looks like a little frog. Good. So if he spins while I'm doing this, I don't care as long as his butt doesn't get off the ground. But if he raises his butt up off the ground, then we're gonna have a problem, yo. Good. So again, I'm trying to teach him the whole still no matter what I do. Good. Good. If I was having a treat, I was holding a treat in front of him, he'd stay like a statue. Good. Just takes time, guys. Repetition, ad nauseum. Good. For short, sweet bursts. That's going to result in a dog. Wait till you guys see this dog's finished video around the end of February. It's going to be unbelievable. You're not going to believe the same dog. Good. Believe it or not, if he would have sat there, I was going to end the session with him. But I'm going to end on a high note, and we're about to end it. Oh my goodness! He got up a little too early, but I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it because the dog's so handsome. You know what I mean? If he's super handsome, I'm going to come to his lap. Good job. And when I go out this time, I'm going to wait for this dog to mess up. No, Esau. Hurry up. Break. No, sir. Esau. Good. Good, Esau. Good place. Good. I knew it. I knew it. And he's smart. Because the other time I went over there and I hid, and he didn't go out. I was waiting for him to catch him, because he did it on me twice. Okay. So this time I went over there and I walked all the way over there with the dog, made a scene. So he got caught slipping. So good, Papa. Just sit with you. Go take him out. Good job, Papa. Awesome, huh? Good, Papa. So I'm gonna start turning my back to him as I walk into him so I can give him a reset. And then I'm gonna tell him, go bananas, son. Good. Go bananas, Esau. Yeah, good, go bananas, Papa. Good, go bananas.